as I can, try to make some lifestyle changes and have somebody else hold me accountable. I'll do it because I will cheat by myself.
Yeah. So we've said we're gonna get support, we're gonna be responsible for what we do, and also share ideas. We're gonna do problem solving together. Anyone else? How about the next one? What do you hope to achieve?
Better numbers at the doctor's office, lower blood pressure, cholesterol.
Yeah.
Weight would be nice too.
Wait, yeah?
Refocus of goals, get my blood sugar back under control and lose weight.
Yeah. Sometimes we get the control and then after a while it sort of starts creeping up on us. So we want to do something sustainable together. And any ideas how healthy eating and being active will help us?
I think it would help us to be independent. I mean, if you're not healthy, then other people have to help you and support you. And I know my joints are starting to hurt. And I think if I get some exercise with support, I mean, it's really hard for me to do things by myself. It's really helpful to have a group. And a contest too. I mean, it is.
Yeah, that's a good point. If we do these things now, we can stay independent for longer. Anybody else?
Make wiser decisions for not just myself, but my family.
Yeah. The people we care about, we can help them too. We can be a role model. Anybody else? Okay, if you will put your ID code on the top of that page, we will take them and give them back to you next time, but we want to know what you're hoping for.
If you go through that, I'll leave it.
Okay, first initial of your first name, first initial of your middle name. If you don't have one, put an X, your birth month, and your birth date.
The last name?
No.
Okay.
Numbers for birth month,
Birth month
in numbers or letter?
Yeah. So,
in numbers.
so if your birthday's in November, it would be 11, and then what was this birth
Date.
date? So mine would be, my birthday's November 19th, it'd be 11/19 instead. That helps.
And if it's in September, is it just 09 or?
09.
Yeah, totally recorded. Two for the
If it is just 9, we'll still know it
Your
is.
birthday's January 1st, just put 01. Understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll 01.
Okay, so the reason we are wanting for you to write this is when we want to look at it, we want to achieve what you are trying to achieve, okay? We want to help you to achieve what your goals are. We are very lucky that last year we had a program and we have some of the participants who wanted to continue and we allowed them. We are going to ask those participants to maybe share whether or not these goals that they wrote down or what we are thinking this program will. So I'm going to pick on Caroline and Doretta, is that okay? And Janet and Jerry, okay? So Doretta, did taking part in the, tell me what did you achieve by taking part in the diabetes program?
It made me aware of what I was doing
Okay,
and the tracking
okay,
that I hated. But the good part was that it showed me that when I didn't do it, the results were not good. So it's just something you have to get used to.
yeah. So being mindful is the first step, okay? And helping to write down and track what you're doing sometimes is what helps us understand. You know, my mother has hypertension and I'll have her write down what time she's taking her blood pressure, what it is, so that when she goes to her doctor after 2 months or 1 month or whatever time, she has that notebook, and so, you know, it changes, blood pressure changes, but at least tracking that helps. right? The doctors see when is it high, when it's low, and that kind of thing. Caroline?
So I started the program a year ago, and partly because, one, I was overweight, and then secondly, cholesterol was an issue. My cholesterol was pretty high, and my doctor keeps telling me I need to go on medicine, and I keep saying, give me one more chance, one more chance. So finally she said, you need to do something. So when this pre-diabetes program started, I thought, oh, this is great, I'll join. And I learned a lot of things, you know, and like Joyce said earlier, we know what we should eat. Sometimes it's better if you're with a group, other people to support you. So that's very, very helpful. So some other issues that I had a lot of belly pain, and I had some scans done, and I had diverticulitis, so that was another issue that I had. So overall, over that year, I lost like 27 pounds total. I've gained a few back, just a few. But my cholesterol came down. It's still not down where I want it to be, but it has come down quite a bit. And then with the belly pain, I haven't had belly pain well, I had it for like the first month or so, but after that, when I started changing how I ate and started exercising, like I haven't had belly pain for, well, I mean, it's been close to a year now, so I'm very happy about that. Oh, and one more thing I should add. Our insurance premium, like if you lose a certain percentage of weight, you could get lower percentages in your health insurance, so, yeah. That was
All
good.
right, great. All right, Janet, so how did you make healthy lifestyle changes?
Probably added more walking because since I'm retired, I'm not beating the halls at the hospital anymore.
Okay.
But I'm still not walking the amount of steps that y'all wanted because if I get too much in, then I end up a couple of days with a lot of pain in my knees. But my A1C is lower, and I have lost, like you, I lost 20 pounds, and I've gained a little bit back, but I know why I've gained it back too.
Okay, Jerry, you want to add something?
Wow. A lot. My cholesterol came down too, and I cannot take cholesterol medicine because of the side effects. So my doctor had given up on getting it down because I couldn't take medication. And so it came down by itself by just changing, and I didn't change a lot either. My A1C came down. I did lose some weight, I won't tell you how much.
And that's what is, and it's okay if you lose 1 pound, it's okay if you lose 5 pounds. Some people lose a lot, some people don't. Males tend to lose faster than females just because of their body composition. They have higher percent body mass and less percent body weight, so about 10% on an average. So, you know, because of their higher percent lean mass, their metabolism is higher. So that's why, you know, males are, you know, genetically engineered to lose weight faster than females. That doesn't matter. So the point is, you make a lifestyle choice. You try to make it healthier. Don't eat just because someone is telling you, oh, Dr. Miso said broccoli is good. You hate broccoli, you'll say, I eat broccoli, so finally after 2 weeks you are broccolied out. You are not going to eat broccoli anymore, okay? So whatever you are eating, that's why we will talk a lot about how and why and the skills. We'll give you this keeping track booklet, and we'll start with today. Later on, Samantha is going to talk about it. And so we will ask you what to do. We will give you calorie books to help you read those. We'll go over how to read and all that. So there's a lot of skills, a lot of information. A quick housekeeping also. We are video recording this session, and it's possible that, you know, people are busy or they're traveling. Maybe you miss one session or more than one session. That's okay. we will have a closed YouTube channel. We will upload that. We want you, those of you who are missing, you could always watch it. If you tell us ahead of time, we'll give you a session package, for the session you are going to miss. So there's a lot of ways to even make up, okay? So,
Yeah. On the third page, we're going to talk about the focus of the group lifestyle balance program. We call it that because we aim to help you reach a healthy balance between those two parts of your lifestyle. What you eat and how physically active you are. So your goals are to eat healthy and lose weight through healthy eating and be more physically active. And the reasons for this, one is that an important study showed that making these changes and keeping them up over time can prevent diabetes in people like us at risk, and it can help prevent complications of diabetes. So that study is the Diabetes Prevention Program that Dr. Misra will tell us about.
okay, so the diabetes group, we are doing something that is not new, okay? This has been done over and over again. It was started with 12 years ago, NIH, a big group, scientific group, gave a lot of money to do a program for 3 years. And they only took people with pre-diabetes, meaning, and we'll talk about what that means, so people who are above normal but have not reached that diabetes level yet. So, so they took people with only pre-diabetes for 3 years. They took 3,000 people. They put them in 3 groups. Control arm, they didn't do anything. Pharmaceutical arm, they gave metformin. Those of you who are in the pre-diabetes or in the diabetes, a lot of doctors tend to prescribe metformin. It's a good drug, actually. And then the lifestyle arm. The lifestyle, just strictly what we are going to do. Physical activity, diet, stress management, that, lifestyle. So after 3 years, they said, okay, let's evaluate the program. Guess which group did better? The lifestyle, okay? 58% people who were in the pre-diabetes, meaning very high risk to become get diabetes, were able to avoid getting diabetes. Pharmaceutical arm, metformin also worked, but it was 31%, okay? So of course the control group was the comparison group. So that's why there's a lot of push by CDC, by NIH. This program called the DPP or NDPP, National Diabetes Prevention Program, has been modified. The YMCA has a DPP. They have their own type of program, but it's all about lifestyle. So lifestyle is, of course, easy to say, not easy to do, okay? But once you make a commitment, once you start making the changes, once you start feeling better, as you heard some of our past participants, okay, weight loss is not your goal. Your goal is to change for ways you can make things better. I'm not going to tell you eat oatmeal forever, okay? But eat things that you like, but in moderation, and make the changes slowly and make it in a way that you can sustain it, okay? Besides healthy eating, besides physical activity, besides stress management, we also promote drinking water. That's why you see water in front of you, and every session, even I don't drink as much water. I should, because I'm just forgetting. I'm busy, I'm at work, I'm in front of my computer. Even these days, I tend to eat my lunch sitting and working, and I'm putting in my calendar lunch, at least reminding me to get up and walk around. And if you have a smartphone, I have a program called Pacer. It's free. You can download the app, and I can tell you today has not been a good day, okay? How many? It's 2,417, really, really bad. Now, it could be okay for someone else who is not trying to lose weight, because, weight loss is not the main goal. Some people are here to lose cholesterol, bring their cholesterol down. Some people say, hey, my intent is not to lose weight, I'm okay, okay? So whatever it is, so our goal is to make it healthier by diet and physical activity. Actually, the combination is better. And once you start eating healthier, you would start thinking about physical activity or vice versa, okay? And stress is a big part of our life. So try to, again, control your stress. We will talk about how to do that, remind you of think about getting rid of your negative thoughts and how to make it more positive, okay? So in the DPP program, they lost on an average 10 to 15 pounds by just doing moderate physical activity. The requirement for the program promotes is 150 minutes a day, a week, okay, 30 minutes a day. Actually, the Surgeon General says 60 minutes if you can do that. If you don't have 30 minutes, get up, walk for 10 minutes. 3 10 minutes walk will do the same thing as one session 30-minute walk. If you cannot walk, you have some issues, you can do, we will show you chair exercises, stretching, all of those helps, okay? So the DPP was successful, and beyond losing weight and having them prevent diabetes and reducing risk factors, it also showed that people in that program were able to reduce their risk for metabolic syndrome. Anyone here knows what is heard about metabolic syndrome? Okay. Basically, it's your risk for diabetes and heart disease, okay? People who with metabolic syndrome, they say, are at risk for diabetes and heart disease. How did they judge? There are 5 factors. If you look at page 5, okay? There are 5 things they look at. If you have 3 of the 5 factors, they say you have metabolic syndrome. It's a syndrome, it's not a disease, okay? High blood sugar, high blood pressure, low levels of the good cholesterol. Anyone can tell me what is the good cholesterol? The HDL, high density lipoprotein, okay? That's the good cholesterol. The bad cholesterol is LDL, low density lipoprotein. Now they have come up with even very low density lipoprotein. So the more of the very low you have, the more the risk. The more of the high cholesterol you have, the lower the risk, okay? So a lot of people, either it's genetics or whatever, they tend to have low HDL, which is the protective factor. So when your protective factor is low, obviously you are at high risk. High triglyceride, it's a kind of a fat in the blood, and of course the abdominal obesity, the waist circumference. So that's so those are the 5 factors. If you have 3 of the 5, then they say you have metabolic syndrome. Okay. Once you have metabolic syndrome, you're at higher risk for heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and all that. Okay. So the lifestyle intervention, the program they did for 3 years, they showed 41% of the people in the lifestyle group were able to bring their risk factor for metabolic syndrome down. So this program is an evidence-based program, okay? We are going to, look at your weight loss, and again, we are hoping you will lose some weight. How much we are not, they say 7%. Don't even go by that, okay? 7% is a big number. If you lose 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, it's okay. Whatever, if you lose 1 pound a month, in 1 year, how many pounds you are going to lose? 12 pounds. Okay? We are not saying you lose 12 pounds in 1 month or 2 months. We are asking you to go steady, change your lifestyle, and you will see automatically it will translate to your clinical factors. As we have seen, I have done this numerous times. I can guarantee you, you will feel better. You will if you make the changes and you sustain the changes, okay? So again, I cannot guarantee that you will lose weight, but I will guarantee if you continue making the changes, you will feel better at least. Now, a lot of times people cheat. Who talked about cheating? Janelle talked about cheating, right? And Joy said about feeling better because her knees were hurting, right? When you, yeah, joints, okay?
Sorry.
My aunt, who has diabetes, she will, 3 days before she goes to her doctor, what should she do? She's eating all healthy. Oh no, I cannot do that. No, I have my doctor's visit coming up. Okay, totally. That's what is called cheating. Okay, and then once the doctor's visit is over, she's back to, oh yeah, now I can go to my favorite Chinese restaurant. Guess what? A1C will not allow you to cheat. Anyone here knows what's the A1C? A1C is your 3-month average glucose.
Yeah.
It's not 24 hours before. That's right. So A1C, we are going to do your A1C. So those of you who are cheating, I know you. Okay, so no cheating. So we will make sure we will assess you. That's why the evaluation parts becomes, important for us. On page 9, that's where they're talking about your goal. Don't really get scared about this 7%, okay? It's a goal. My goal is to walk 10,000 steps a day. Today, I have been bad. Many days I cannot reach my 10,000 steps, but my goal is to reach that, okay? It's always good to have a goal, okay? And whatever changes you make, whatever ways, pounds you lose, that will be okay. We are not going to say, this is it. And many times people, I don't know, Weight Watcher. Anyone has ever been part of Weight Watchers? Yeah. And what would they do? They have a really good peer support. They will have the weight in front, they will weigh you, and if you lost weight from that, everyone cheers up, yay! Okay, what if you didn't lose weight? What if you gained weight? Yes, so we will not shame you, we will take you back in that room. There's no one cheering, no one shaming, okay? Only we will know, and you will know, okay? So don't worry about that, okay? So, but we do want you to start exercising. Don't worry about this week is just an informational session. We will give you pedometers to track. Some people are fancier, they have Fitbits, they have other things. You want to use that? Please do that. Okay, no problem. But everyone will get a pedometer. Okay, so that's easy for you to track if you don't have other things. All right. So again, we are hoping that your lifestyle changes, diet, physical activity, stress management, and we'll talk about diabetes management. It will be towards the middle of the program, session 12, 13, around that. And we will do your baseline fasting blood work, and Samantha is going to talk about that. So the baseline, so we are tracking where you are. Mid-program, after 6 months, we will do another fasting blood work. And end of the program, we will do the same thing. We are tracking your ABCs. A is your A1C, your 3-month average blood glucose. B is blood pressure, and C is cholesterol. So those are the 3 we are tracking. And we are hoping that the lifestyle changes you will make is going to translate into better clinical measures. Okay?
We're want to talk about some of what we expect for you and what you can expect for us. I want to emphasize the dynamic of like having a team. We're trying to work together in this group so that we can make a difference, and that's why we will come here every week and we work together to improving. What we're asking you to do is to attend or view each of the sessions. So if you can't make it, try to watch the YouTube video. It's really important that we're here together though, so any session that you can make, it would be excellent if you could attend. Try your best to reach your eating and activity goals. The most important thing is to be honest though. Like we all don't reach our goals at times, so it's okay. We want to be accepting, we want to work together and continue to improve. It's not these numbers that we're trying to reach, like the 7%. It's just continual improvement together as a group. We're going to keep track of a weight over the entire course of the year, and we want you to interact with the lifestyle coaches. So they'll be calling each week, just seeing how everything's going. It's a great time to ask questions. Most of the coaches will be here for the sessions, so you can come up and talk to them afterwards as well. Really develop a relationship. And most importantly, be willing to be open to new ideas. There's going to be new things that are presented here. Sometimes we'll have guest speakers that come. And so some of these might be like strange or different, but just be open and be willing to accept different things. What we're going to do on our end is we're going to present as accurate as possible the facts about healthy eating and some physical activity. We'll be here to answer your questions, whether calling or texting, email. Throughout the sessions, you can come talk to us afterwards, and we'll be honest as well. That's our commitment to you. We believe in you. All of the health coaches, everybody on this team is here to support you. We all want to be here. We signed up to be part of this team together. So we're making a commitment to be your support leaders, to be like the cheerleaders throughout the year. We want to make this year as successful as possible. And so each of you will be paired with a health coach. We're going to figure out this throughout the course of this upcoming week. And then next week, we'll ask you to sign the form of your commitment to the program. And then below that, each health coach will sign their name too, as their commitment to helping you throughout this year.
And like he said, so all the health coaches will be here in and out. So I will assign the health coaches this week before our meeting. We have a meeting on Wednesday evening. So they will give you a call, email, or text, whichever one you said that you prefer more. Or most likely they will give you a call this week either way, just because we have a blood screening come up, and I'll talk about that towards the end. But if you guys will turn to page 12. Page 12 is our entire curriculum. So as you're looking through, today's the welcome, of course, session 1. The next couple weeks we'll really get into tracking. So next week we'll learn about calorie and fat tracking on calorie booklets, and I'm going to start passing those around as well. And we're also going to go into healthy eating in the 3rd session. And then we'll get into physical activity towards session 4. And then as we go through the program, you'll learn about stress and diabetes management within there, as well as still the healthy eating and being active. That's the main theme of the program. They're passing around a calendar as soon as it gets to you. The calendar is really just session 1 through 4 on Monday evening, so it will be from 6:30 to 7:30 every single week until the end of December. We will give you in November a week off, but we wanted to see what your input was. So would you like to have the Monday before Thanksgiving off or the Monday after Thanksgiving? So that's, if anybody wants to speak up, or we can do a vote. So who votes for the Monday before Thanksgiving off?
Well, when is Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday.
It's the 23rd.
It's the 23rd. Hands back up for before.
And then when?
Okay, and then who wants it afterwards?
I had 3
Are we voting after or before?
What are we doing?
After. Oh, after, no.
So it's even. Okay. So who doesn't care then? Somebody didn't vote.
It's so hard of you.
Okay, so we'll see what the health coaches would think as well. We just wanted to see what your input was. If you guys were really for one or the other, we were gonna pick one or the other. So in the next couple weeks, we'll give you a full calendar for the entire year, all the way till September of 2016. This is a year-long program, so just let you guys know again. Dr. Miser is just gonna talk about this weight loss chart real quick. And then we'll get to this.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to finish on time, so page 14, again, the weight loss. Again, I want you to think about it. I'm not telling you you lose this amount of weight. But for example, if your starting weight is 120, they recommend 8 pounds of weight loss over the whole year, meaning about 3/4 of a pound. If your weight is, let's say, 130, 140, they recommend 10 pounds over 1 year, meaning 1 pound a month. We are not going to hold you accountable for this amount of weight loss, but we are making you aware that on an average people have lost this amount. So again, no pressure, no worry, but just to let you understand, okay? So the next few pages are about when is your starting weight, how much weight loss, and your end weight. Again, just to be aware, I'm not asking you to do this, okay? All right.
Okay, and then one more thing. So in page 22, this is the to-do. So after every single session, you'll have a to-do in the back. First, you'll write your goal. So how many pounds you want to lose. It can be any range, as she mentioned. You're also going to keep track of your weight. So other than the session, try to weigh yourself once a week at home. If you don't have a scale, we'll obviously weigh you here up until we get to bi-weekly and monthly sessions, but try to weigh yourself once a week. If you have a keeping track booklet in front of you as well, if you guys want to open that, I don't know, to the first page or so. In the to-do, it also says that you're going to skip the calorie, fat, and activity columns this week. So all that you need to do this week is write down what you were eating and drinking. That's all that you have to write down. So we're going to make it easy on you for 1 week, if that's okay. If you have any questions, ask us before you leave for this. We're not done yet. Make sure you put the day of the week on the top, the date, and also don't put the fat and calorie gram goal yet. We'll give you those goals next week. And then in the front, make sure you put your ID code and not your name. That is the main important thing that you need to worry about. So this ID code, you'll be sleeping and remembering it, hopefully.